There are two thoughts on grief that I want to share about today. Grief, because I'm in the midst of it. But first off, I want to just say to so many of you, thank you for your sympathies and your condolences for me and my family in the death of my sister. I'm just overwhelmed by your love, and I feel your love, and I felt your love. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm finding that grief is like a broken rib. You look normal on the outside, but on the inside, at times, there's that ache and there's that pain. And I'm remembering what I've learned through theology and psychology and all this about the stages of grief: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. But what I'm learning in the midst of my grief is this: you don't get through grief by grieving. And that's what we've often been taught and often been told, that you got to feel your grief. You got to grieve more to get over your grief. We don't get through our grief by grieving. We get through our grief by remembering, remaining in, and living in the continuing connection. You see, grief, we grieve, but not as those without hope. As 1 Thessalonians 4:13 says, we grieve, but not as those without hope, because we remember that life continues and the connection remains. That's the key. So that's the first thought. And the second thought is this: how do we help someone in grief? And here's what I'm learning to help myself be a better helper of those who are going through grief and the death of a loved one. You see, when someone's grieving, we don't know what to say. We don't know what to do. And we don't want to say or do anything that we think will make it worse, right? So we all know, and I do this, I say, I'm sorry, because I don't know what else to say. And then I say, well, let me know what I can do for you, because I don't know what to do. And then I'll often talk about a better place or heaven and things like that, because we don't know what to say, what to do, or how to be. Well, I'm finding that there are 5 words that when someone does this with me, it helps me. And no one said these exact 5 words, but I put them together for myself to help myself, as I say, be a better helper with grief. And these 5 words are not just words, but they're a practical way to help somebody who's grieving. And it's rare, incredibly rare, that anybody will give us the gift of these 5 words. These 5 words don't make it worse, but they make it better. And these 5 words are a true gift that we can give to someone else. And here are the 5 words to help with someone in grief. Tell me more about her. Tell me more about him. You see, when we invite someone to do that, when we take the time and when we commit ourselves to listening and have them talk and let them go, it is incredibly healing for people. These 5 words help somebody through their grief. So it's Brené Brown that said, rarely can a response make something better. What makes something better is connection. So when we do these 5 words, we're giving the person the gift of our presence, our connection with them. I don't know what to say, but tell me more about her. And when we do these, when we say these 5 words, we're giving the gift of remembering the connection and practicing 1 Thessalonians 4:13, that life continues and life remains. Tell me more about her. So that's what's coming to me, and that's what I'm experiencing, and that's the gift that I want to give others as I encounter others in grief. So thank you for your love. Thank you for your words. Thank you for you asking me to tell you more about my sister. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And until next time, well, take what's helpful and leave the rest from this, of course, but until next time, may you live, may we live all the days of our lives.